Right, Clarets, fan reaction, Burnley 3, Millwall 1. Obviously made up that we've got the promotion. Obviously made up we've reached 100 points. Um, absolutely delighted about that. It's a fantastic achievement for Scott, for the team, for everyone involved. It's an incredible achievement. And 33 games unbeaten, you can't really complain at that. It's absolutely incredible. We go on about the 23 games that we went unbeaten under Dyche, but to match that and then go 10 better, absolutely incredible. So, at the start of the season when Parker were written off by, not just our own fans, but by fans of other teams, to do what he's done, especially when he had the rug pulled out from under his feet, with the sales of players like Odber, O'Shea, Muric, Zarauri, the players that we lost, for him to do the job that he has done is nothing short of remarkable. So obviously, like I say, I'm made up that we've got the promotion. Disappointed we've missed out on the title. Not necessarily disappointed in terms of Burnley. The lads have done everything that they could do today. We knew that the job today was to win and hope that Leeds would slip up. And we've gone out there today and we've put in a hell of a performance. Excuse me. And we've done the best that we can. But unfortunately, Leeds have managed to nick it right at the last minute. But like I said, the lads today have done everything they could. They've put every effort in and they've tried everything they could to get those 3 points and get us over the line. And like I say, it's just unfortunate that we've just not been able to do that. But in terms of the game today, I thought we started off slow. We looked like we were playing to the occasion rather than the actual game in front of us. I thought Millwall, obviously, they still had something to play for. They were fighting for the playoffs. And you could see that both teams were teams with something to play for. But I thought we started slowly and Millwall were probably the better side up until they scored. And then obviously, they've scored a goal which next season wouldn't be given. Their lad's offside in the build up, then he handles it. And then it's a nice move and they put the ball in the back of the net, but next season it wouldn't be given because their lad is offside and he handballs it. But then we could score pretty much straight from the kickoff, and fair play to Barnes, he's involved in the build-up, and then we do lose the ball, but he wins it back in their box. And Brownhill, how incredible he's been this season, puts it in the back of the net, and it sort of put the cherry on top of Brownhill's season, as it were. He's had a fantastic season, and if that is to be the last time that we see him in a Burnley shirt, I will be gutted because I think he's had a great season and he's probably cemented himself, maybe not as a club legend, but definitely up there for the conversation. He's done fantastic for us. So yeah, fair play to him. And then we've gone in at half time, and I feel like we've been lucky going in at half time level. They've had that chance where I don't know who it is, but he's hit the post pretty much from an open goal and it's gone wide. And I still can't understand how he's missed that. But he's hit the post and it's gone wide, and thankfully we've still not conceded more than one goal in a game in the league this season. Excuse me. And then, like I say, second half, I thought we came out much better. we were not necessarily saying that we were the team that obviously wanted it more, but we looked like the team that was most likely to score. Um, Anthony, I mean, if he'd have put away every chance that he'd had today, we wouldn't have been relying on the Leeds result because we'd have won the league on goal difference. But, you can't knock someone who's done so well this season and had crucial moments and won us games, and he did it today when there were quite a few chances that he did have saved that he put straight at the goalkeeper, but the chance that he did score, he took it well. He won it himself, I believe, and he did take it well. So can't can't knock him for that. And like I say, I don't think he had the best game, but he got the second goal and put us in front. And at that moment, we were at the top. Leeds were drawing 1-1 at that point. So there was the honest belief that we could do it. And then Brownhill's free kick, I saw something on Twitter earlier that said if the last touch that Josh Brownhill has in a Burnley shirt is to score a free kick, that's a legacy. And we've talked about Josh Brownhill's dead ball situations. We've talked about his free kicks. We've talked about his corners. And yeah, he's put the ball in the back of the net from a free kick, which I never thought I'd see Josh Brownhill do. And he's just fallen one short of the top goal scorers in the league this season. And that, for me, sums up everything about him this season, because he's been incredible and he is the captain that we needed. I know a lot of people have said that he's not captain material, but this season he has been. He stepped up exactly when we've needed him to. And, I hope that he is in a Burnley shirt next season. But yeah, like I say, I'm made up with the result. 100 points in a season, 33 games undefeated. 2 games lost all season, 30 clean sheets. 29 for James Trafford, so he's won the Golden Glove. 1 goal off the Golden Boot for one of our players, our captain. 16 goals conceded all season. It's just been a fantastic season. We, after the Leeds game at Ellen Road, I said that we would match or beat the points record that Vincent Kompany set with our team. Unfortunately, we've fallen short. We've just fallen short by 1. But I think we're in great hands with Scott Parker for the Premier League next year. I think we're in a better position than we were last time. We've got a manager who's got his head screwed on, who knows what to expect in that league and knows not necessarily how to stay in it, because obviously the last 2 times he has been in that league, he has been sacked. But someone who knows what is necessary for that league. And hopefully, Alan Pace and the rest of the owners and, everyone involved have learned from the mistakes from last time. But I honestly believe we're in good hands for next season. But yeah, like I said, I'm gutted that we didn't win the league. We did everything we could to get there today, and it just wasn't to be. But we still got promotion. We still finished second. We can sit back and enjoy the rest of the season now, with the playoffs and the playoff final. Sit back, enjoy our summer. Focus on, next season now. But yeah, promotion. We are Premier League. Happy. Up Clarets.